Yo, what up guys, Kelvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at for refusing to take care of my niece after she called me a slur. So gonna see why the niece called her a slur. Might be something that she did that is way too harsh, or might have went wrong. So let's see the story. Hi everyone, I apologize for any error in my English as it is not my first language. So let's see the context. I, a 29-year-old male, and my wife, 30-year-old female, have two kids, 5 and 3, both boys. My wife works as a full-time office job while I work from home with extremely flexible hours. Basically, as long as I meet my deadlines, no one really cares how many hours it took or what time of day I work outside of my same Zoom meetings. My sister, 26-year-old female, let's call her Bird, and her husband, 30-year-old male, let's call him Nick, live nearby and work full-time. They have a daughter, 5-year-old female, let's call her Tracy. Because of my comfortable work schedule, when our kids started going to daycare, we basically decided that I'll be dropping off and picking up my niece from daycare alongside with my own kids. I didn't really mind, and I thought it was great for my kids to spend time with their cousin. I get along with Tracy as well and always thought I was her cool uncle. She is a sweet kid and usually well behaved. So anyway, most days I bring her and my kid back to our house. I make them snacks or dinner, and in the afternoon evening my sister come pick them up. A few days ago, the 5-year-old were watching Bluey on TV as I was preparing snacks with my 3-year-old, and I suddenly hear yelling. I rushed over to see what's up, and my son was yelling at her that my dad's not a girl, while my niece yelled back, he is a freaking, that's like a girl. I think it's faggot or something. The word is different in my language, but the meaning holds, as it is the distinction using it versus simply addressing a gay person. I am kind of excited at first, but I turned off the TV and I sat her down and began explaining that this is a very bad word and we shouldn't be calling people that, and that's regardless, I am not a girl. And because this is a bad word, she should apologize to me because we don't act mean to each other in this family. And if I heard this again, I'm going to talk to her parents and she's going to get in trouble. She says she won't get in trouble because that's what her dad called me, and he is not in trouble. Oh wow, I was stunned. I told her that regardless of what her dad said, it is a very bad word and that she is not to use it with me or in my presence, and that she will apologize regardless because it hurt my feelings, which she did because she is really a good kid. We talked some more and I proceed her about other things her parents said, and from what I gathered, getting info from a 5-year-old being obviously a difficult and unreliable process. Nick, my brother-in-law, told my sister and Tracy presents that men shouldn't be sitting at home all day and doing childcare. That cooking is a woman's duty, as is cleaning and reading most of the things I do around my house. And that I am a girl, I interpret this as not really a man because I do housework and my wife earns more money than me. I explained to her that the best I could that man and woman could work from an office or from home, and that my wife or Barb working long hours from office doesn't make them men, and vice versa. But I didn't dwell on it with her since it's not really her fault. I didn't immediately bring it up with my sister because I figured it would be difficult conversation, and I didn't want to have it in front of the kids, and I wanted to talk it out with my wife first as well. I did talk to my wife that evening and she seemed really upset as well. I told her that I think I should demand an apology from Nick and my sister, and she agreed. I called my sister and told her that what happened, and she said that it's just a word and I'm blowing it out of proportion, and obviously Nick doesn't dislike me. I said I don't care whether he does or doesn't dislike me. He is talking shit about me behind my back and to my niece and to her. And she is apparently very chill about it. Rather than standing up for me, she said that was how Nick was and I should stop being a drama queen. I told her to fuck off, as if that's how she felt, she should pick her up own kid from daycare, and hung up. I know it was really short notice and rude, but I really feel like I was being disrespected by people I did so much for over the year. And we were my family. My wife said she understood and that she sent back down until I at least get a proper apology. The next 2 days were a weekend and there was no daycare. I assumed that there would be a call or text from Bert, but there was nothing. In fact, the suspicious lack of my message or call made me think that she didn't take my word seriously, and this actually got me even more angry. The call did come when it was time to pick up Tracy for daycare, and I obviously didn't come. I drop off my own kids off and didn't even answer for a while. I know it was pretty petty, but I wasn't stewing for 2 days and figured letting Bert stew for a few hours seems really appropriate and feel really good. Around noon when she called again, I did pick up. I was going to smugly tell her that I was ready for my apology and we would put it behind, but I didn't get to it. Instead, she went off on me about how I was irresponsible and I flaked and she was so late for work because of me, to which I just said, I told you I wasn't going to pick her up. You had 2 days to make arrangements. And she kept yelling at me, so I hung up again. She kept calling and sending me texts about picking Tracy up from daycare, to which I said I will not be, then stopped replying. When I came to pick up my kid, Tracy was expecting me to take her as well, and I didn't, which was very rough on me and her both. Like, I know it's not her fault and she is fine, and she certainly doesn't get to go over to our place and play and have snacks, but at the same time, I didn't want to just let this thing go. I feel like I deserve an apology and still do. So I explained that me and her mom was fighting and I'll pick her up again when we work it out. She obviously didn't take it well because she is fine, but I apologized to my kid and left. Well, a bit later, I got a call from my mom. Barb roped her into picking up Tracy, but my mom is disabled, so she always having a really hard time with Tracy and asked me why I've been so mean to Barb. I told her everything, expecting her to take my side, but instead she also pulled a "you know how Nick is," to which I replied that the more I realize how Nick is the less I like it. And if you think all this shit is in general and about me specifically, I'm sure as fuck ain't going to be doing free labor for him. She said I was blowing this all out of all proportion, and I told her I wasn't the one doing it because all I asked was a fucking apology, and everyone else seemed to prefer all this shit to just giving it to me. To which she said I should be the bigger man and not let it get to me. To which I said I was done and have fun with Tracy. Past few days, my mom been picking up Tracy, and it's been really rough seeing her in daycare and explaining that grandma is going to pick her up, which she hates, and tells me she isn't having fun with grandma and wants to come over to our place. And it's breaking my heart, but at the same time, I've never got a single apology from anyone but the 5-year-old. I feel like letting this go would be telling my family that it's okay to ignore my boundaries, but at the same time, I do love my niece and I don't want to traumatize her or have her resent me. She is a good kid and none of it is her fault, so am I the asshole and what do I do? And he is the asshole here because Nick, the husband of the sister, right, Nick, he said a very rude comment saying that a man, when he work in the kitchen or in the house, is a female, and that is not true. Like he took a female job, but like Nick, I basically kind of blew everything out of proportion. All he wanted was an apology. I would have just apologized and kind of every day and go on from the day, but he didn't even apologize. Still expect him to kind of pick up the kids from daycare, right? I don't know like how hard it is to just apologize and move on, because if someone say to you like I work like this speak from experience, right? I work remote too, and I work full time at home, so I cook, I clean house, and my girlfriend, she have a day job where she have to travel to the office and work. So I clean the house all the time, I vacuum the floor, I cook, I do groceries. So I do all the jobs that women would do back then. But the parents and my girlfriend, everybody, even my own family, they never really say anything because I help out my girlfriend a lot and it works because she get home at 6 o'clock and She's tired, she wants food, and she's hungry. Like if I wait for her to come home and cook something, we will constantly be fighting. So I always try to cook something, and she will cook on the weekends and clean the house, all that stuff, because that's how it works. In today's society, 2024, there's no like gender roles in the society now, because like if you think about it, back then nurses usually is female, but look, if you look at today, a lot of men or male are going into nursing. So back then a woman stay home, cook and stuff, and take care of the kids. But today ladies and women are way smarter, have education, so you cannot look at the past and judge based on today's presence, right? So I think he is totally right. Then really step out of the boundary, right? Because you said he work at home and he is like a woman now, but like I think that is very very disrespectful of Nick, and I feel like he did the right thing to set boundaries, to let them know that I am not an easy person to be pushed over left and right. Let me know what you guys think of the story. Leave in the comment section below, like did he went too far by not picking up the kid, or he did the right thing because he deserved an apology. But yeah, that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And my name is Kelvin, and I see you guys next one.